Welcome back, guys, to Studio Movie Review. We're here today at Rushden Lake Cinema. We'd just like to do a quick shout out to Starbucks for letting us film. You may hear a bit of background sound. We are not got the quietest of place, and there is sounds like ice or hockey, table hockey rink.
Thing.
Yeah. But we'll get on to the review and hope you enjoy it. But we saw Zombieland 2 Double Tap today. It was the journey of Wichita, Little Rock, Tallahassee, and remember the last one? Columbus. Following on from their first adventures in Zombieland and mainly Little Rock's kind of teenage years. Rebellious streak, I would say, and how it would all go about in a zombie apocalypse. Now, what are your guys' thoughts on it?
It was a very entertaining film. You didn't have to think about the storyline. There was lots of action in it, and it was nice to see all the original cast come back to reprise their roles.
I think the original cast was a big selling point for this. To have the four main cast members come back after so many years to shoot the second film, when you have a film which comes out and then 2 years later they do a sequel and it's completely different cast. I think that showed how the actors quite enjoyed doing the first film and they wanted to actually reprise their roles. What were your thoughts, Fee?
Well, I agree with Mikey that it was entertaining and I did find it quite funny. Myself personally, I do think that the first one was a lot better. There were aspects to the film that I think could have been left out and it would have made it better.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you there. I think in the second film they introduced too many annoying parts. Don't get me wrong, it was still a good movie, it was still enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
But they could have done without one, maybe two aspects that would have made the film a lot more enjoyable. Replaced it with something else. But the overall film itself, I thought was actually pretty good. The chemistry between the actors, as I said, they all reprised their roles, so the chemistry was there straight away again. They all played off each other. They still had that kind of repertoire that they had in the first film. There was still that kind of edginess to them and all that sort of stuff. So I thought that was actually a pretty good point of the film, that they had that still on so many years down the line. I mean, I think it's actually 10 years now since the first one.
Without checking the date on, she couldn't tell you.
Possibly.
Yeah, so I think the first one was done in 2009, so 10 years on and they've still got that chemistry.
Yeah, it's like you said, such a long time between the two films. I mean, the one that played Little Rock, it's hard to believe that's the same little girl that was the young daughter in Young Island as well.
Yeah, but I thought the storyline as well. I mean, being a horror comedy, usually the storyline does fail quite a bit. But I think the storyline, the main base storyline behind everything, was actually quite strong in this one.
Yeah.
And I thought if you thought about it as a teenager growing up in an apocalypse, if that was the main storyline, then it was done quite well.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
No, I do. I do agree with that aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, the aspects were good, the story was good. I mean, there wasn't too much to think about either. I mean, as far as that goes, I mean, that's the selling point for me. If I concentrate too much on a film, it takes out the entertainment away from me.
Oh, it was very much a, you could just plug it in and watch it sort of thing. It's one of those, I don't like to say it, but it's what people would class as a mindless film. You can come in at any point and know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to obviously say anything about the actual film because, once again, I don't think it's right that people do spoilers like that.
No.
But I do feel by the ending that they are possibly gearing it up for a third instalment.
That could be good, depending on how they go about it.
Well, if you look at it, if you look at it the way I'm starting to look at it, and that is the fact of, you think that the main four are the main members, but I reckon they could do it on a basis of the story being all about Little Rock. This may be going a bit too far, but if you look at the first one, obviously she was a kid, her elder sister was the one looking after her, she would do anything that she wanted to, she was doing that. Then they went through the teenage stage. I reckon they could do the third film on sort of like when she's grown into an adult and have that backstory of basically growing up through the zombie apocalypse. But
You'll have to wait and see on that one, then.
well, we will. I mean, it could
Might be another 10 years.
It could be another 10-year gap. But Emma Stone, Jesse Eisenberg,
Woody Harrelson.
I still cannot get that ginger hair out of my head from Venom and him as Cletus Cassidy.
Who played Little Rock?
Abigail Breslin.
That was it. I know the name when I hear it, but I can never remember it.
Well, the older three are obviously the more well-known actors.
Yeah.
But I mean, they all did brilliant jobs again. But apart from that, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a watchable film. Have you got anything else to add on?
Yeah, I quite enjoyed the scene in the end credits. I did find that quite funny.
Yeah, for anybody that goes to watch it, look out for the extra scene in the end credits.
Yeah, there's at least one. We didn't stay right to the end of the credits. Normally it's only Marvel films that do the 2 end credit scenes, but there is one extra credit scene that we know of.
It was good.
So stay in your seat for at least that one. Excuse me. It did have its funny moments in the last bit, and it's nice to bring back a special guest, shall we say. But other than that, I think that is everything that we need to say about the film, and hopefully this will help you make a decision on whether you actually want to see it.
I would say probably watch the first one if you haven't already.
Oh yeah, watch the first one, because it does lead on.
Yeah.
And there is no, I mean, the first one obviously introduces you to all the characters, and then the third is the second one. Third one, I'm already 10 years ahead. The second one obviously just carries on from that and how they actually are doing in the zombie apocalypse and all that sort of stuff. So first one is best to watch. It does carry on. And aside from that, yeah, definitely go and see it. But as for a rating, I would probably do a 7 out of 10 for that.
Yeah, I think I agree.
I was entertained by it enough to give it an 8.5.
Okay, so we're looking at a studio movie review of about a 7.8, 7.7, 7.8, something like that. It'll be up on screen somewhere around here, or somewhere down there, or maybe here.
Yeah.
And if you've been and seen it yourself, leave a comment in the comment section below and tell us what you thought about it.
Yeah, by all means, let us know. We'll try to reply to as many as possible. But other than that, all we can say is like, share, subscribe, tap the little icon, it's down here somewhere. Notification bell as well. Drop us a comment. We've got an Instagram page. We'll put the link in the description. But yeah, join us, and we'll be reviewing more movies next time, or rather one more movie next time. We'll try and keep it to one at a time. But in the meantime, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.